Alrighty guys, welcome everybody. Hope you guys are all having a fantastic day today. Now in today's video, we are going to be talking about swing trading. We're going to be talking about how to make that $100 per day, from swing trading in the stock market. We're going to be talking about a strategy that I absolutely love, my approach, my psychology when I go into a trade, everything. So I hope you guys all enjoy it. If you guys do, hit that like button, subscribe. And if you guys want to learn more about trading, check out our school. We have an amazing course where I teach people my approach, my strategies, how to find undervalued stock. It's awesome. We have private live streams, quizzes, lectures, a group chat, but more importantly, we teach you to trade. It's not a get rich quick scheme. It's not alerts or anything like that. We teach you honest strategies to start making money. So check it out down below. Code Black Friday for 51% off. So I hope you guys all enjoy it, and let's get started here. So if you guys are just watching this video and this is the first live stream or first video that you guys have came across with trading, I would highly recommend focusing on learning, focusing on paper trading, and don't expect to get rich quick. Trading, it's a job, it's a career, and you have to treat it like one. What I mean by that, I'm sure you've heard me say it a million times, is take a step back, and literally don't even fund an account. I don't want to see you put money into an account. I want to see you focus on learning, focus on paper trading to build up an approach. And during your paper trading, what I would highly recommend doing is to journal your entries. Journaling your entries, your exits, your risk management skills are super, super important, because what this does is it helps you narrow in on a strategy that works. And we'll show you guys here my trading journal. Let me pull it up here. I didn't have it ready. But why, like I said, why it's important is you will seek out opportunities. So let's go ahead right here. All right, so this is our trading journal here that I love, and you guys can see we journal our entry, our exits, our risk management. We have a duration here, our max profit, your risk management, all of this good stuff. And then going to the dashboard here, you guys can see this isn't my account balance, just so you guys know. I just put in an account here, but you guys can see here that we've had some great profit. The profit and loss is correct, but our starting balance isn't. So just to be upfront about that. And this is our digital journal that we actually sell. I love this. This is something that we've been working on for a while here. Yes, I did make the new trading journal. It is right here. It's not in the course. I'm still trying to make that one a little better as well. Oh yeah, you can't see the journal. There you go. So you guys can see here, this is the journal. I appreciate you saying that, because I would have just kept going with the video. Yeah, so this is it, kind of how it looks here. We have our dashboard where it breaks down our performance, our review, account balance over time, trade by month, P&L per month. You can do your weekly review, monthly review. So you can seek out your performance, trade directions, your account balance, and all of that good stuff. So, this is something we've been working on for a while here. And I will throw this. Let me see. Where is it? So this is our new trading journal. I'll throw it in the chat right now. Right there. All right. So like I said, if you're watching this and you're starting out trading, focus on journaling and just being smart. Right? Don't expect to get rich quick. Don't expect to make $1 million or anything like that here. So let's talk about here the strategy. So first thing is the broker I'm using is Moomoo. I know. They're a great broker. I recommend them. I'll put them in the description as well. But looking at this stock here, we have that great upward trend. It has a decent trend line. Nothing too crazy really. Probably had a better trend line there where we had that dip down. But to be fair here, this stock sold off from about $90 all the way down to about $74, which for me, I never get nervous of sell-off. I always look at sell-off as opportunity to hop in, right? Hop in on a trade. And, one of the indicators I use to help with this is the RSI. You guys can see the RSI was trading for a 28. The last time it was trading for a 28 was in here where we had this great move. So, looking back at previous history with indicators is super, super important here. All right, then we had the hourly chart. You guys can see where we saw that sell off. Boom, and then we had this huge trend breakout where the stock broke out above it. I missed this move. I actually missed this move. It's very hard to catch these first two initial moves if you don't have if you don't have alerts. And unfortunately I didn't have alerts, and by the time I got notified, was actually in this range, in here where I first saw the stock, and I watched it pop up, hit that 90-day moving average line, which when a stock breaks up above it, that is a very bullish thing for the stock to do. And that's what happened, is it hit this and we had this great move going forward. Like I said yesterday, for the course members, I said, okay, now we're watching this. Hopefully what we can see happen is it breaks out after hours or before the market opens. That's exactly what it did. It broke above this moving average line, which is the 200, which is the harder support and harder resistance. So now it hit it, and we were having this great move going forward. Looking at like that 30-minute chart, you guys can see here where it's way above these moving average lines. We're always having, one of these things here. Let's see. Looking back here, where would I have set my alert? So if I would have saw this, right, if that just say, this is how I saw this stock here, and we're getting this sell off, I would have just thrown an alert here right above this trend at like 77.19. Then we watch this. If I would have saw it here, I would have set it at like 76, right? Because then you could have got in on that breakout going up, right? So we could have got in even here, right? Could have got in at 76.30, 76.50 in that range, which it did dip down. So we did get that almost that same entry point, the other day, but we could have just got in at a little bit of a lower price here. But this one here has been fantastic. Been working out very, very well. You guys can see it's very basic. I love the expression miss, make it simple, stupid. I'm not going to overcomplicate my trades. I'm just going to use a handful of indicators, a handful of, trend lines. I'm not going to like have a million different things on my chart. I will get overwhelmed. And honestly, what I started doing when I first started trading is I had like all these indicators up. And the issue is if you have like 9 indicators or 10 indicators, what happens is one of the indicators will be like, all right, buy, right? It'll give you a buy signal. And the other one will be giving you a sell signal. And you're like, what? You're like, what is going on with this? So a lot of it's up to interpretation, of course. So I love just moving average lines, the RSI lines. I will have the MACD line here up, not up, but available, because I will look at it. But yeah, so this has been up, this is up 2% just today. Do you move your alert every hour or every day? Because in theory, it could just keep going down. Yeah, I will move it, honestly. I will check it in the morning, before I film a video. I'll check it and I'll say, okay, if we saw it here in the morning, I would just saw it. I'll go, okay, let's just throw an alert. But I didn't even see this at the time. By the time I saw this stock, the stock was like right there, right? So I was watching this trend to see if it would hit it as some sort of support, popped up, hit that moving average line, and then it's been rallying up. So that's the approach I kind of had with it. But normally I will just look at it about every single morning. And probably in the evening too, 2 times a day, I guess. If you do it every hour, it can get very time consuming, So opportunity wise, there's been a good amount of stocks here that have been moving and grooving. We had this great breakout here. Well, it looks like on NGD, you guys can see that resistance and it popped up above it. Great trend going in this way, popped up, rallying its way up here. HL Mining here. This one here has a very similar approach here. It does have that nice trend line. So you could enter here at about 568, keep that stop below 553 for good risk management for a possible push going forward. I do like that trend. You guys can see it has 3 touches. So now if it dips down, could enter here because it has that confirmation of support on HL. EV VGO. Breaking above these moving average lines, you guys can see it hit it as support here. I said that yesterday in the live where it hit it as support. So now this could be some good entry points. But one of the things that just does concern me about this one is it has had some false breakouts in the past. So you got to be careful with this one. I personally would wait for, either 200-day moving average line breakout. And given that the stock is up about 7% today, I probably would just sit on the sidelines and kind of wait for a little better price, as of right now. This one here is that strategy. It's been working very, very well on that one. PDO here had that breakout. We called it out, but just didn't bite it to enter here. You guys can see now that stock's rallying up in that way. And best entry would have been here at about 13.26. Keeping that stop probably below 13 for a push up to hopefully like $14 would have been a good one. ASPN. This one here, you guys can see just that massive sell-off, right? Ever since that earnings report, we had a little life in this before earnings, as you guys can see. But given the earnings, we didn't want to hold, never want to trade a stock through an earnings. How do you look for 3 touches on the hourly? Yeah, I will. I will. Ideally, yes. Do I do it all the time? No, but just gives me more confidence for a trade, right? If you have several, 3 touches, that's like a confirmation of support, I would say. SPRY here, you guys can see it's on that trend line. Hopefully getting that breakout here soon, which would be good. Now the daily, this was a 90-day moving average play, something like like this here. So could see a nice move going there. I always like when we have a trend and a moving average line. It always performs a little better in my opinion. So we could see a nice move going in that way. TEVA here sold off down all the way to that 200-day moving average line. The stock is just continuing to sell off. Right now it's trading for a, let's see, the RSI 29, 32 on the RSI. Hourly doesn't look that good here. We still have, this trend, as you guys can see, it's with trends, there's a little flexibility with it. So I would want confirmation above that 90-day moving average line. OR here, another stock, right? I sent out in the group and just didn't bite the bullet. So this one here, you guys can see a little trend, nothing too crazy. Ideally, we would have wanted more touches, but looking here, like that, it's been performing very good. So for me to enter this here, I'd want a little dip down, on that, possibly for an entry there. Let's see here, Star. What do you think about IDR? IDR here working its way up. Let's see here. It does look like, let's look at the daily here. The daily hit that 200-day moving average play. Alrighty. So now here what we're having, it looks like some sort of, trend or breakout, right? We have that trend going up. So now here what we're seeing is that breakout above that 200-day. So that could be a good entry. You want to wait for a breakout above it, right? Where the stock pretty much trades for, almost like a day above this, because you don't want it to hit, kind of like this. Technically it broke out above it, right? You want like an hour or a day above this 200-day moving average line, where it can curl down, tap it, and you can get in on that touch. And hopefully what we'll see is like a trend form, where you could get in on that entry point. But this is a good stock here for sure. Great trend, as you guys can see here. Yeah, that's a good one there. Let's see here. What else do we have? A lot of these we went through. This one, SG here, stock's up 6% today. Breaking out. Similar thing to what you were saying here. Had that nice hourly support here right in that range. Breaking out above that, hopefully that 200-day moving average line. The issue is sometimes when a stock has already moved, like the train has kind of already left the station, so to speak. So, yeah, so it'd be almost better to get like a breakout, little cool down, hit it on support, and go from there. Yeah, this one here, we probably would want it above that 90 day for that. CDP here, not doing too much, right? It's approaching that 90 day. Could see a move going in that direction. But overall, guys, you know, in the past here, you know, day, we've seen just a little volatility, just general in the market. Let's pull up, let's see what the S&P 500 map looks like. I'm curious what sectors are performing well. So the S&P 500 map here, let's pull it up. So like I said, a little bit of a mixed day. Nvidia is up. You know, we're seeing Tesla up, Amazon, Walmart. But overall, you can see just the mix of red and green. Dow Jones is down, Nasdaq's up, S&P's up a little. But overall, it's pretty much like a pretty, you know, break-even day. But for our swing trades, we covered really well. But yeah, guys, so we will end it here. You know, and the thing about swing trading, right, like I said, don't expect to make a lot of money right off the get-go. Everybody that came to this video has that initiative, has that drive, that wants to learn, and that's the first step, is wanting to learn and just start small. You know, don't expect a lot, because one of the things too is, especially when I first started, you think the stock market, anytime you buy a stock, it's going to go up. No, it's not. In reality, you know, trading is a job. It's a career. You got to treat it like one. And so just because you buy a stock does not mean the stock is going to go up. So have good risk management, start small, build up, and check out our school. Check out our journals. I put it in the chat room. They're also in the description. So guys, I hope you guys all enjoyed this. If you did, hit that like button, subscribe, and I hope you guys have a great